I'm Wolverine, bitch.
Wow.
Okay.
Feel like you're ready to thunder shock a pussy. That's what it looks like.
That's right.
About to get that pussy the shocker. What's going on, internet? The Black Hokage here, aka TVH. And to be honest, NBA 2K19 has been out just over a month, and this review has been hard to put together because there's a lot of content on the disc, and the game changes week to week. Just the other day, the 4th major patch dropped that once again changed the game, but with my player being a 92 overall at this point, I think I put enough time into the game to speak on it. Just know that this review will focus on my career, park, and rec. I don't play my team because that is pay to win. My GM is boring to me, and Pro-Am is just a mess right now, so let's talk about it. NBA 2K19 perplexes me. Somehow this is one of the best 2K in years, but still somehow one of the worst. Gameplay improvements was the focus for visual concepts this time around, but in the process, the technical side of things were left neglected, which we'll talk about later. NBA 2K19's flow to the game is better than ever with an emphasis on smart play. No longer can you throw terrible passes across the court just because you have a playmaker in your build. If the opponent is in the passing lane, that ball is getting swiped like it should. This simple fix has exposed a lot of people for being the mediocre players that they are. Complementing this all is the new animations the various builds have received. I'm a post-scoring center, and the love we receive this year is real. I feel more in control in the paint, and we've been given more tools to finesse the defense. One being the takeover badge, which is basically the manual control over when you can make yourself hot. And don't get it twisted, everybody can do this every build. I was worried this feature would be OP and abused, but the badge doesn't last long and it doesn't make you a god. Bad shots will still be penalized. All these new mechanics be introduced to you in the My Career story mode. Normally my career is a snooze fest, but this year I was pleasantly surprised. I was somewhat entertained by this year's story mode. The story was believable, it made you hate the villain, it was short, and there's some cameos from some OGs which makes you think that 2K is trying to create their own 2K cinematic universe. Last year's grind at 99 was awful, but this year it's better. Getting to 90 overall is much easier, but the grind becoming serious at 91. And this is because 2K is much more generous with the VC this year. Just thank the fans after every game and you'll get more endorsements and more money. At this point in which I'm recording this video, I average 22 to 2500 VC per game on Superstar difficulty. I have almost 200,000 VC stacked up, and you would have thought I bought it, but nope. It all came from just playing the game. But don't get it twisted, 2K is still on that BS. The temptation to purchase VC is still always front and center for all those new brown shirts out there, especially because the defense in this year's My Career is on something else. I can't call the defense tough, but instead just strange. It's a lot of times where I would get my first touch in the first quarter and I would get double and triple teamed. I could understand if I put up crazy numbers and I get that response, but why am I getting triple teamed when I have 0 points? It's not realistic. Conspiracy, it feels like they programmed the game this way to tempt people into purchasing VC early on. On the multiplayer front, I like the way the park looks this year. The park has been streamlined. Everything is accessible in one circle instead of having to take long jogs like last year. The actual park though is a hit or miss, but mostly miss. Legacy issues are still in full effect. The park is a laggy mess.
What are you talking about? I just had to run back down there.
He was chasing my dude.
No, what is it?
And that's if you can get into a park with friends. Often you'll try to join your friend's park and it'll send you to another random park. This year they have daily challenges and events in the park, and the idea is cool, but the execution isn't good. All these great prizes are up for grabs, but it's damn near impossible to win them because of the park lag. And I don't want to hear nothing about it being my connection either, because I have a gigabit internet connection, and that, if you don't know what that means 1,000 up, 1,000 down. The community, still trash. Cheesers used to be the biggest problem, but now you got people out here playing in the park invisible. Clout chasing is at an all-time high, and people are just scared to play and have fun. All people do in the park is run up behind you, pull out their phone, and they check your record. These weirdos seem to think that they're going to the league by playing in the park. So if you don't have a crew to run with in this game, then good luck getting into any games. But if you want to release some stress, then head over to the cages. I like this edition. It's casual and it's fun. It's not hard to find games either because you don't have records in the cages. The cages have these trampolines on the court, so it flipped the 2K formula on its head. It reminds me a bit of the NBA Street days. I've also had a positive experience in the Jordan Rec Center. I've seen people complain about the lag, but from my experience in the rec, it's been about as smooth as a 2K game can get. The only problem that I've had with the Rec Center is the community. Once again, you'll be up 7.5 points on the other team, and in the second quarter, and the other team will rage quit. But let's get back to some of these negatives. The crew is pointless. The launch trailer made it seem like the crew was some type of ranked park mode, but instead the crew just allows you and your friends to wear matching outfits in the park like a boy band, so everyone in the park will know you guys are MLG neckbeard sweats. Shot creators are pure cheese. They shoot like sharps, but they have handles and can shoot off the dribble. Some of you might disagree, but I also feel like lockdowns are pure cheese. And I'm talking about the pure lockdowns. They take no skill to play, in my opinion. The buff they got in this year's game is crazy. In my opinion, a lockdown should be rewarded for good positioning and timing by receiving more blocks and steals and etc. Lockdowns in this game just stand there and they just bother everybody on the court without even doing anything. Most of the time, they ain't got their hands up or doing nothing. It's like they have this stinky aura around them like a competitive Super Smash Bros. Player. And if you're anywhere near them, just pass the ball because you ain't gonna make the shot. Janky animations, they're still a problem.
Oh my god.
What was that animation?
Ah!
Oh my fucking lord.
Yeah, white man.
What the hell is that animation? What?
Back.
What is this game? Still spam was a serious issue for the first month. There was the joke that all you had to do on PS4 is press square to win. Look at that shit, bro. Oh my. Skills gap, bro. But 2K recently dropped a patch addressing that. I've gotten some games in since that patch dropped and the still spam doesn't seem as bad, but it's always hard to tell with this game because the community spends more time trying to find ways to exploit the game than actually playing good ball. And that's why my final recommendation is just wait till the price drops on NBA 2K19. Hell, I wouldn't even be mad if you skipped it because legacy issues are still present in this game. But hey, we should just be happy they fixed the daily bonus spin wheel, right? And thanks for watching my video. If you're new here, hit the subscribe button and tap the bell icon so you'll never miss another video. Also consider pledging my Patreon. It helps keep the lights on. There's a link in the description box below. Peace.